You know, guys, when things just don't make sense, you just kind of want to dig a little bit deeper and kind of try to figure it out a little bit more. Um, on a couple of my previous videos, I made comments and I brushed it off, and I was wondering if Mrs. Portland um, was part of Natasha Cooper's fake drama. And I said, no, um, I didn't think so. At first, I was wondering, when all that started to begin with, because in my opinion, when I first started doing a few videos, and I talked about how I started watching Natasha Cooper when she was new on YouTube, how I seen this person come in, okay, and made a awareness channel. We'll just say her first name, Mandy, okay. All her videos were about Natasha, and she had, hardly any subs, very few. And I guess she followed her on the Gypsy Rose case. She was in her groups then. And she was making all these videos, about Natasha. And they were going back and forth, back and forth. And, you know, um, Natasha was getting, some drama going. She was getting some subs. People were wondering what was going on here. This Mandy was getting some subs, and she just kept making video after video. And then all of a sudden, they became friends. Later on, they became friends. And which I found really strange, right? Someone's dogging you, and they're making video after video about you. They know about your past, okay? They know what you have done to other people, and you've known them before you started your new YouTube, this new community, as I call it. The Christopher Watts community is what I call them, because I stated before, that's when it seems like, all these new I can't say new creators, but that's where this new era was, after the Christopher Watts case. And so we have this Mandy doing this, and then they became friends, and I think they're enemies now. I'm not sure, but and then I stated that I quit watching all the creators, but this creator just blew up. She's got like over 7,000 some subs now, but hardly any videos. So, in my opinion, I thought that was, a pat my back and I'll pat your back. You know, um, we need to get some drama going here. We need, some content going, because drama sells, right? Just like with the Nicole Kessinger's aunt video, that just happened to pop up the same time Natasha started her channel. Um, a lot of people, and I know that supposedly she was cleared of that, but I'm sorry, I just don't believe in all these coincidences with one person being involved. And I just don't find that somebody would pick this new creator that nobody even knew her name unless you followed the Gypsy Rose case, and just picked her out of all these other creators that were covering the Watts case, and would send her a link and started calling her and sending her these baby pictures, and just picked her out of everybody else to be the one to say, hey, I got these pictures and I want you to cover, all of this on Nicole Kessinger and this baby and stuff. I'm sorry, I don't buy it. And then everybody started flocking to her channel, because, you had a lot of people out there. I've already covered this, but you had a lot of people out there that still believe that Nicole Kessinger was involved, and they wanted something new. They were craving something new on Nicole Kessinger. So Natasha started getting a lot of subs, A lot of people were flocking over there to hear all the tidbits about this supposed baby, this aunt, this cousin. Supposedly Nicole Kessinger was going to come and talk, and Natasha was talking to the aunt, talking to the cousin on the phone. It was, it was all fake. Common sense would have told you it was fake, and I already went over that in one video. But she was getting everybody over on her channel, and also, Natasha said everybody's going to know my name. All right, she was new. Nobody knew who she was, unless it was some people that followed her from the Gypsy Rose case, which wasn't many, okay? She didn't have many subs. She was doing a lot of her videos on her public page that she had, and she was just doing some back and forth on her YouTube channel. She didn't have that many followers on YouTube, not that many subs. So, to me, in my opinion, it was set up fake drama, okay? I can't say for sure that Natasha herself set it up, but in my opinion, it was a team effort. So moving on with Mrs. Portland, when that started, the first thing I thought is this is another fake thing happening, because, stuff dies down. We had the Gabby Petito case, right? That blew up. We have not really had anything since Gabby Petito. I don't know what happened in all those months that I wasn't watching any creators. I don't know what happened. But the Gabby Petito case died down. Not much is happening with the true crime. We got the Summer Wells case going on. But like I said, that's kind of turned into a circus. I know a lot of the creators are not even covering that case. But, we have the drama going on, between the creators. We still have some drama going on. But we had Mrs. Portland come in, and like I said, Natasha did not do anything at all to Mrs. Portland. But all of a sudden, you have this woman pop up, and she causes a lot of havoc throughout the drama community and / true crime community, right? She starts out, where does she start out at? It seems like everything, all the drama, all the issues start out with Natasha Cooper. Okay? It's either a big coincidence, or she is a magnet for the drama, or is this fake drama? Because here we go again. And like I said, I said it in a few of my other videos, that the first thing I thought is, when Mrs. Portland started going off onto these other channels and was making all these videos about Natasha, and Natasha was playing these videos, I'm thinking to myself, here we go again. Some more, fake drama for some content. And, Natasha's like, well, I don't need any content. Well, yeah, you do. Yeah, you do. There's only so much you can do on your channel. If you quit, you said if everybody else quits talking about me, they would have no content. Well, if you didn't have everybody else talking about you, you would lose content as well. I mean, sure, you would have people come over to still see what you had to say, but you can only talk about certain things for so long. But you're a drama channel, right? You're doing a little bit more on your true crime again, but not much. Not much. So, unless you have drama happening on your drama channel, people are going to lose interest, because we as humans like drama. We do. So, back to Mrs. Portland, you have her then go to all of the people that are, quote, Natasha's haters, okay? And they take her under their wing. So, she does all these videos about Natasha. all these very weird, and then she deletes them, and um, and then she does them again, and she deletes them, and she does them again, and she deletes them, and this woman, again, it's not her first rodeo, and she is an intelligent woman. She is. And sure, she might have disabilities and some, mental health issues, but she is very intelligent. And she is trying to grow her channel. So she goes to all these other creators, and, I've already mentioned this. There's things that came out that she has lied about, that she has did, in her past. It came to bite her in the butt. So she's had to come clean about it. Some creators are like, I don't want this in my community. So she went on the attack on them. And so, but they didn't say anything bad about her, not to begin with, okay? Now, I haven't checked out some other creators, which I am going to do tonight. Normally when I look, when I do my looking, it's at night, in the middle of the night when I can't sleep. I got things, I'm busy during the day, okay? So I normally don't do my things during the day. I am this morning. I have a little bit of time, so I'm doing this video this morning. Last night I did do, and I'm going to release it here in just a minute, I did do a little dive into the Gabby Petito case and just my thoughts, because the case it's not done, but just my thoughts on the case. I followed it just as on the news and watching some of the creators, so I was just giving my thoughts on the updates and my thoughts on the laundries and my thoughts on what might have happened. So I'm going to release that here in just a few, and then I'll release this a little bit later. But so back to Mrs. Portland. I know I lose my train of thought a lot, but so I'm thinking here, okay, this woman is making her rounds to all of Natasha's quote hate channels, okay, and she's trying to get into their community, all right, to get under Natasha's skin. Now, I had different thoughts. I had, okay, she's trying to grow her channel, and she's doing it in a bad way, okay? She's trying to get other people to sub to her by going to all these different channels. And, it's not working out the way she planned, and some of the foul things coming out of her mouth, and she's basically, she lost some of the communities because they found out some of the things that she was doing, and then just some of the things that she would say. We all know that. We heard it. I don't need to go over it again. Some of the things that she, said about Granny's watching her child and then everybody else's children. And she gets very upset with Granny's watching because Granny's watching just did not want her in her community. She didn't say anything bad about her to begin with at all. She just did, felt she did not need to be in her community so that other people wouldn't attack her. And I think some other creators felt that way as well. So she basically was stuck in one community, and this community still kept her under their wing, and basically they were kind of throwing their other friends, friendships that they had for a while under the bus, because these other people were like, well, if you condone her talking about children like that, we can't support you anymore. We can't support your channel because we don't condone, disabled or not, we cannot condone someone talking about children like that. But this community still had her back, right? They made sure that she had nice things for Christmas. They were still supporting her. This community that she was in continued to support her, even though other communities decided not to. Okay? Even after what she said about children, even after they knew about her past, okay, um, they still allowed her to be in their community. And, they got her Christmas gifts, and they still welcomed her with open arms. And she would thank them constantly on her videos on who was her friend. And, they looked past that, and they still, supported her. And she basically, in my opinion, threw them under the bus as well. And, I was just finding this out last night. But I mean, she was making comments, after what happened with Granny's watch, and she was trying to get back into Natasha Cooper's group, because a lot of these other communities were like, no, we cannot have you here. We can't have you in our community anymore. And her goal was to build her channel. She wanted subs, okay? She wanted to belong in communities and get people to come over and sub, and she's got PayPal's going, okay? And Cash Apps. Imagine that, right? So, anyways, and then I already said she tried with Molly Golightly's community as well. All right, so she's making her rounds, but she kept trying to like apologize to Natasha and saying, Natasha, you were right. I should have listened to you. So she's trying her best to get back into Natasha's group, because Natasha's group, her community has the views, has the people in it. I know she never, I don't think she ever tried over in MRB's, because they wouldn't have allowed her to even come over there for a minute. Not with her foul mouth, not the way she carries herself. There's no way. So she was trying to, in my opinion, go to Natasha's haters, right? And get into their community. So she burns bridges with all of them but one community. And she's trying to crawl back to Natasha. And I'm thinking to myself, okay, she's bad-mouthing all these different communities except the one that she's still in, who is still a, quote, an enemy of Natasha's. But who is the creator that would make fun of her, okay? The ones that would play her videos constantly, they would all be up there on panel, right? And they would play her videos, all the different videos. Every time she had a video come out, they would play the videos to make fun of them. The panels, the people in the chat, at Mrs. Portland's expense, they would play these videos, and it was for content and to laugh about them and to laugh at her. Okay, so who was, out of all these creators, who was making fun of Mrs. Portland the most? Who was hurting Mrs. Portland the most? Now, you didn't have Granny's watching go off on Mrs. Portland until Mrs. Portland did what she did about her child and about this medical information she put out there. Okay? But again, out of all the creators, who hurt Mrs. Portland the most? Who made fun of her the most? The community where she came from, right? The community where she crawled back to. They're the ones that kept playing her stuff over and over again, making fun of her. And getting a kick out of it. I mean, you can go back and watch it. Mrs. Portland, you can go back and watch it. The videos are out there. But Mrs. Portland goes back and she crawls back and, to Natasha. And now she's a member. You had a lot of people that weren't happy about it. But then they flipped, okay? Now they're welcoming her with open arms. And Mrs. Portland, made a thing that said Natasha donated to her PayPal, and she's so excited, so happy, whatever. She's happy to be part of the community again. And now she's dogging on the friends that she continuously said, we're supporting her. One of them happened to be a male, I'm not even going to say his name, but she's ratting him out in comments, right? She's saying, oh, he's over in this haters, he's over in the haters group or whatever, in this haters group. He was always over there, right? He was always over there. After he left Natasha's group, he was over there in these different communities. And that made no difference to Mrs. Portland. But he had her back, and she was okay with that. She was okay with being over in all these groups. Or I should say communities. She was absolutely fine. They weren't hater communities when she was over there. But now that she's back with Natasha, they're hater communities. But he was always over there. Maybe not as much. He was over there in her last community. But he was already over in different, because I seen him. I seen him over there. Maybe not as much, but he was over there in all of their, chatting. So she's throwing him under the bus, but even after all of this stuff that came out about her, he still had her back. So then we get to what really happened with Granny's watching and who told Mrs. Portland this information, because she didn't say exactly who told her, when she put it out there. But Granny's watching, she stated that she only told one person. Okay? And this one person is a creator that Mrs. Portland was in, this last community she was in before she went back to Natasha. And I said myself, that's pretty rotten, because this person knew what Mrs. Portland would do with that information. And why would she do that when she was friends with Granny's watching? And Granny's watching did not put that information out for us to know, and that shouldn't have been put out there. And, I wasn't going to, I watched this creator, a few of their videos and stuff, and, I get that they wanted to continue to support Mrs. Portland, but because, of her disabilities, but I didn't get it because of her behavior, and she's a very intelligent woman, and they know this isn't her first rodeo. But I seen last night that they put out on their community page they put out some screenshots of some text messages. And it looks like that Mrs. Portland is saying it came from Natasha. Because they're asking her straight out, where did it come from? At first she says, I don't know, but then she's like, I think, Natasha Cooper. So basically she's throwing Natasha Cooper under the bus. Now, as for Granny's Watching is saying that she only told one person. And she would know who she told and who she didn't. So how would this information get out to get out to Natasha Cooper? I don't know. I have no idea. But the conversation between this creator and Mrs. Portland, it seems like they're asking her, how did you know about this, right? So only Granny's Watching can probably confirm any of that. I mean, it's really sad that a friendship that she thought she had with this other creator is ruined by Mrs. Portland and maybe Natasha Cooper. Okay? But, to me, I smell something very fishy again. Because now we have Mrs. Portland that caused all this chaos in the drama community, right? And she was a focus of a lot of attention. She was a lot of content. Natasha Cooper can say, nope, she was, and I have my own content. Yes, she was. She was a lot of drama talk, okay, going on. She caused a lot of crap, and a lot of videos were made about her. Now she's getting subs. She's getting up there close to being monetized. She's getting up there pretty close, right? And Natasha got some good content out of it. They got, not saying that it was all her content, but, they did throw her videos up quite a bit to watch and laugh and make fun of. But yet, Mrs. Portland, who, like I said, she's an intelligent woman. She is. She crawls back to the one creator where she came from, okay, that she stated harassed and bullied her and victimized her. These other creators that she went to and was part of their community did not throw up, from what I could see, okay? The few that I have watched did not throw her videos up there to watch constantly over and over for the rest of their viewers to laugh at and make fun of. But the person she crawled back to did do that. Okay? So who victimized her and who made fun of her and who harassed her and who laughed at her? But yet she crawls back to her. And now she appreciates her and she supports her and supports all her viewers. And now she's a member. Her sub count went up. People are donating to her PayPal. I mean, like I said, is this just another coincidence? Or do we smell a little bit of fake drama? For some content. Someone that came from Natasha to start a little bit of a drama going, to venture out to all the hate channels, okay, to get in their community. And this has been going on for, just a little bit over a month, right? and then to come back. It could be nothing. I could be completely wrong. Completely wrong. But I said it before when it first started, and I said it in my video way before any of this happened, that I thought it was fake drama when it started, and I said, no, it ain't. Because I never thought in a million years that Mrs. Portland would ever be a part of Natasha's community again. And Natasha's like, well, I always give second chances. Yeah, really? When someone goes that hard on you and says that nasty of things, you might say, okay, we can forgive each other, but stay in your own lane. But how many times can this happen? Like I said, how many times can different people make awareness videos on you? Like Mandy did, like TT did, okay? Where they dog you, and not just for what you're doing now, but what you did. They followed you, like, I don't know about TT, but Mandy followed you from like the Gypsy Rose days, okay? And making video after video, and she had like no subs, hardly any. And then boom, she's got like over 7,000-8,000 subs now. And she has hardly any videos. And I think I said before in my one video that her channel was taken down or something. But I don't even know what she's doing now. I haven't checked that. I mean, that was when I first started doing this. I looked at her sub count and I was like, geez. So is this like, you help me out, you pat me on the back, I'm going to pat you on the back. Like I said, I could be way off base here, but how many times can this happen to one creator that has only been doing this for a year? Right? And then the fake Nicole Kessinger aunt cousin baby scandal. And they just happen to pick a new creator to reach out to. I mean, it just seems fishy. It really does. So, I'm going to cut this short. I don't know. Like I said, I could be way off base here, but again, it just seems really fishy. And I guess now, Mrs. Portland, the way it looks, she is not friends with her last community that supported her through all the BS. She's doing, I'm not giving my source out. I don't know who said it. Well, if you're going to do a live, okay, and you're going to come out with accusations like that, I don't know, because if these creators did not say it to you and you're making it sound like they did, you ruined a friendship. I mean, I know you don't care, but something just sounds fishy to me. And again, the common denominator in all of this, is it always points back to Natasha. It always does. So only grannies watching would know exactly if there was any possible way that Natasha could know this, because that's what Mrs. Portland is saying in that screenshot. It's coming from her lips, well, her fingertips, excuse me. I don't know. It just seems really fishy to me that she's back. I know I've said that many, many times, but I just started thinking about it again last night. Was this more fake drama for content with Mrs. Portland and Natasha? I could be way off base here, but who knows? I'll be releasing my the Gabby Petito. And like I said, it's just my thoughts on it. Um, I didn't, I don't have the timeline because I didn't dig in, like creators that were covering the case. But I will be releasing that, and we will just catch you guys again. And kind of let me know, the people that are on here making comments, what you think. If you think this was maybe a setup, fake drama, or if I'm way off base here, or if this was just a woman, if Mrs. Portland was just a woman that got caught up in the drama community mess. And, I know a lot of people are thinking, oh my gosh, you're a stalker. You're going to all these pages and stuff. No, I am going to, looking at chats and stuff. But like I said, I'm interested in the human behavior on social media. So that's what I do, right? So I am looking at I am watching. Um, I will skip through and I'll watch different parts. Um, some people I'm starting to really enjoy their content, and I will watch a lot more, or I'll listen while I'm doing different things. But I will watch some chats of some of the what I call shady people. I will watch their chats just to see how they're interacting with each other and with the creators. And I will read some of the community posts because, again, I'm interested in the human behavior on social media. So it's not like I'm bashing this person or bashing that person and saying don't sub to this person. I'm not an awareness channel. Okay, that's not what I'm trying to get across or whatever. I'm trying to get across the behaviors on social media. Um, so that's what my content is about. So I guess I'm kind of stalky, right? Because I am looking at different things, but um, again, that's what I'm interested in. So we'll catch you again on the next video, and everyone have a great day.